Hello and welcome back to Saving No. 9. The Somerset Building Preservation Trust is at the start of a multi-year project to restore this Grade 1 listed building so that its future can be secured. And we're going to be here every step of the way to give you exclusive behind-the-scenes access as the work progresses and to tell the story of this beautiful building. Coming up in this episode, we find out about one of the previous owners of No. 9. But first, let's find out what's happened at No. 9 since we were here last. It's been a busy couple of months. Back in September, a team from Lewis Brown Chartered Land Surveyors carried out a drone survey of the buildings and have produced some amazing 3D pictures. The Trust is now working on the Architectural Heritage Fund grant aided feasibility report, looking at how best to restore the building and at the options for its future use. Following on from the asbestos report published a short while ago, the first stage of the removal begins in December. Thread architects are looking at the building fabric to see what alteration opportunities exist, and more sources for potential funding are being explored. So in the last episode, we talked about the Great Fire that hit the town in 1577. In this episode, I was interested to find out about the person who may have owned this property at the time of the fire, a gentleman called John Cogan. So I'm here with Patrick. Hello, Patrick.
Hello.
Glorious weather for the time of year.
Oh, it's amazing.
It's almost like the middle of summer.
Yes.
Who would have thought? So we're here to talk about John. Now, I will get his name wrong many times during this interview, so forgive me, but it's John Cogan.
Correct.
So I will try and use Cogan. What do we know about John Cogan?
Well, he appears to be born in Axminster, which is across the border in Devon, in 1547. And he was about 15 when he came here as a family. So we can surmise that he was living here in Chard since then. Mm-hmm. We understand that he was a merchant in the thriving wool trade at the time, which would go some way to explain the wealth that he must have created to be involved in the building of these buildings. Mm-hmm. We also know he was a philanthropist and was issuing money to all sorts of little charities and bits and pieces around the town.
And I've just got this vision of him sort of walking down the street as a really nice, happy man with a beard and little urchins coming up and tugging at his sleeve and asking him for bread and things like that.
Absolutely.
I've just got this picture in my mind of how he is.
Yeah, good. That's a good description. I'm sure that's apposite. And in his will, it stipulates that the owner has to pay 52 shillings a year for the poor. And we thought it had died out ages ago. However, we've now discovered that sum of money, 52 shillings in modern currency, is currently paid every year.
By who? To who?
By Julian Dawes, the owner of number 7 next door.
So the butchers?
Yes, the owner of the butchers,
right.
Which is extraordinary. And what a great tale. And this is something we must develop.
That's an amazing story.
Thank you.
The fact that it's gone on for so long and everything else.
Hundreds of years. Brilliant.
Yeah. So this is, as Patrick has just said, a story that will run and we will find out more and more about all these amazing people that have been involved in this house over the years.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. So that's it for this episode. Hope you've enjoyed it and we'll see you next time on Saving No. 9.